Among all the factors that set the UFC apart from other sports organizations worldwide, their ability to pivot at any moment is truly unmatched.
I like chaos. I love everything about it. Dump all the stress on me. I love it. I eat that for breakfast. I really do. I love it.
I'm gonna try to pull that off.
As they've done so many times before, when a major fight falls through, they manage to create another spectacle in its place, even with limited time and options. This new main event at UFC 303 just further solidifies the fact that Alex Pereira and Jiri Prochazka are a different breed.
These are warriors, man. These are the guys. These are the kind of fighters that are always going to get everybody's respect.
Now, Billy is official. Let's go.
He understands that I have the keys to win the fight.
Despite the risks and everything that goes into taking a fight like this on short notice, they've once again stepped up to save the day not just for us fans, but for the UFC as well. And now we're gearing up for the highly anticipated sequel to a fight that hopefully answers any lingering questions from their first meeting 7 months ago.
Now, on a short notice fight, how much adjustments can both men make on the same timeline?
These guys could fight 10 times, and I think we'd all be on the edge of our seats no matter what, which is a testament to the aura they bring to every event.
Jiri Prochazka and Alex Pereira is the matchup that people were saying is the Mortal Kombat fight in real life. That's the sickest stare down we've ever seen that both of those guys had in the cage. We're seeing that again.
As usual, this pay-per-view card wrapping up International Fight Week is massive, and despite the 180 turn it took, we're in for another monumental moment. But before the UFC returns to Las Vegas, get ready for another inside look into UFC 303.
This is why this sport is so amazing, that warrior mentality.
I cannot wait. Let's go!
I'm coming! Come to daddy.
A few weeks ago, rumors started to go around that the huge fight between Conor McGregor and Michael Chandler was in jeopardy. As wishy-washy as it was for a while with not much to go off of, it finally started to settle in that we really weren't going to get this fight. Which had me thinking, what is Hunter Campbell cooking up this time? Given the current options, what could actually salvage this card on such short notice? But if it felt like we were gonna get a completely different fight, we knew deep down who would be the most likely option.
Conor McGregor is out of 303. The new main event is Alex Pereira facing Jiri Prochazka.
Not only are Alex Pereira and Jiri Prochazka reliable, but this is easily the biggest title fight they could have realistically formed for this event. Alex Pereira is unquestionably one of the UFC's biggest stars, and moves like these only propel him forward. The activity he's kept up through his 2.5-year career here is flat out insane.
No man has ever achieved what Alex Pereira has achieved inside the UFC octagon in just 2 years. It's incredible.
Multi-weight world champion, beating champion after champion after champion.
In 8 fights, he's had 4 title fights, beaten 5 former or current champions, captured the middleweight and light heavyweight titles, and is part of 2 of the top 3 highest gates in Madison Square Garden history. And Jiri Prochazka has also had a short, yet extremely memorable run in the UFC. He's had 5 fights, securing the light heavyweight belt in just his 3rd, and each time he competes, it's madness.
He fights so strange. Jiri fights so strange. There's nobody like him in the sport because he's almost like fighting like a karate video game character. He almost moves around like a guy who wouldn't be good, but he's really good.
Yeah,
it's
sure.
confusing.
And the primal feel that came with their first fight was second to none.
2 serial killers on either side of the cage in their own right. I mean, Jiri with his samurai intensity and Alex stone. He looks like he's made out of stone, that dude.
At UFC 295, the vacant belt at 205 pounds was up for grabs, and it played out kind of like we expected. Two powerful strikers with mid-level defense and violent intentions going at it. Jiri had some solid moments on the feet, and at one point it seemed like he might have had Alex hurt. But Alex landed some brutal leg kicks and ultimately got the knockout in the second round. Though many critics thought the stoppage was questionable, Jiri himself didn't argue against it, so what more can we really say?
Marco was right. What happened, happened. I accept that. Watch me now. I'll be back.
When you're dealing with a guy where the consequences are so great, when it comes to a guy like Poatan, he's just so different than anybody else. And you saw that with Jiri Prochazka. The man can put people's lights out.
Since then, both fought on the inaugural UFC 300 card and went out with some massive KO victories. Pereira added another iconic moment to his list of many and made it look easy against the former champ in the first round. Meanwhile, Prochazka bounced back with a vengeance against Alexander Rakic, proving he's still a force to be reckoned with. And now the rematch is upon us.
All respect to both Pereira and Jiri Prochazka, the two titans, the two ancient warriors, reincarnated in the modern age, are going to battle once again.
They haven't had the most ideal time to recover, but we know these two stay in shape, and their limited time to prepare is balanced by their experience in the cage together. But what will be different this time? Or will it be different at all? Maybe Jiri will try to mix it up with the takedowns more, but he's also got to start checking those kicks and clean up some of the recklessness.
Wouldn't be a bad idea in this one to mix up some of the grappling. That's the one thing that we're talking about Alex Pereira. One of the best we've ever seen. He came into the UFC so fast, two-weight champion. Hasn't really gone against somebody that tried to really take him down. He's had one fight where he showed some grappling. This could be a good opportunity for Jiri Prochazka. Mix in the grappling. Even if he doesn't get the takedown, throw off the balance of Pereira and then land those unorthodox shots. But at all costs, stay out of that punching range from that left hook.
Jiri was actually doing pretty good in their fight before he got hit by the left hook. But how does Pereira adjust now? Is his takedown defense going to look even better than last time? In the first fight, Pereira's leg kicks were destroying Prochazka. Jiri has to start checking those kicks and not extend as much in his punches, dropping his guard afterward because he will still get countered by the left hook. And we know at this point that Pereira is one of the only guys that can TKO Jiri Prochazka like that.
Eu também estou aproveitando a oportunidade e eu acho que vai ser muito bom, vai ser bom para mim, vai ser bom para o Jiri, vai ser bom para a organização.
I have to do some little upgrade to not catching some punches to make a perfect storm. This is for me something what I want to achieve this victory.
Based on their first meeting and last performances at UFC 300, it's clear Pereira will be favored to win. Despite Jiri's finish, he had to battle through adversity to get it done, while Pereira looked untouchable. But styles make fights, and this is always going to be a dangerous fight for both. They're hittable and pack some serious power, which is what makes it interesting every time. And this high-stakes, intense, explosive fight promises another unforgettable night in MMA history.
This will deliver, I guarantee.